Stop recording button.
Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Rants. My name is Q, and today I am shooting this video. It's been a while since I shot a video. Basically, wanted to come up here today to talk about what I like about iOS versus Android. So, I have used iOS and Android both fluently, although I've been an Android user for mainly the past 3-4 years or so. I recently got the iPhone SE because everybody in my crew, basically that's what they had, and I didn't want to get left out. So I got the iPhone SE, and if you watch the video on my channel about whether you should buy the iPhone SE or not, check it out, guys. And I really think you should buy the iPhone SE, especially now at Metro, since you can get it for free. That's right, the iPhone SE is free at Metro if you port in from, if you port in and you get the unlimited plan. So, shout out to Metro for doing that. So one of the things I like about iOS is, with me being visually impaired, it is probably the most accessible and the most straightforward device, platform that you could ever lay your hands on. iOS is more restricted. So versus like when you get an Android, especially from like a prepaid carrier like Cricket, and especially Boost Mobile, once you log in and all the other stuff, it downloads all this unnecessary bloatware and it can really mess you up. iOS, you don't have to worry about that. iOS only comes with the stuff that they have installed. Very rarely have I seen a couple of carrier-related apps on an iPhone, but 9 times out of 10, it's normally what iOS has already previously installed. So, that is one benefit of iOS. Like I said, it's so straightforward. So for somebody who can't see, you just take it out of the box. You don't have to worry about whether it's going to be accessible or not. It's all the same. There's no learning, no new gestures, or learning where different placements is. It's all the same. Most Apple devices, iPhones and stuff, pretty much they get upgrades for the next 4 to 5 years. So that's also another benefit. So no matter what iPhone you get, unless you get the iPhone 10, which is of course a little bit more of a learning curve right now, but you pick up an iPhone SE or iPhone 6s, 7, 8, it's pretty much going to be the same. That's what I like about Apple. The apps are more optimized, because on iOS they only have one operating system to worry about. You're not worrying about tailoring for Nougat for Android or Oreo or Marshmallow or whatever. Focus on one operating system, and so the apps are just a little more optimized, and they're not as it's not as laggy and buggy. I'm not saying that there are not apps that are laggy, but most of them are pretty well optimized. Let's see. I think I talked about the updates. iOS just has it's very smooth experience. And there's almost zero chance of getting a virus. Not saying that it won't happen. Like I said, it's almost zero chance, but there have been hacks for Apple plenty of times in the past. And, the chances of a virus happening on your Apple device is very slim. But when it does happen, Apple will resolve it ASAP. But if you search like the App Store and stuff like that, there is pretty much no antivirus software for iOS. You may have some stuff to clean your RAM and maybe save your battery or whatever, but there's nothing for as an antivirus. So iOS is very, very secure. I know a lot of people may not like the fact that it's restrictive, and that's one of the things I don't like about iOS, but this is what I love. The fact that it is restrictive makes me feel a little more secure. I know anything can happen, but as far as a virus or something shutting my phone down or anything like that, those chances are very, very slim. And I don't jailbreak my phone. I don't root it or do any crazy thing like that. So, of course, I really don't have anything to worry about. Um, and yeah, I pretty much just love iOS's optimization. I recommend iOS to, of course, people who are blind or vision impaired, and the elderly. Like if the elderly are looking for first-time smartphone, but right now is the perfect time. Buy the iPhone SE. You know, once you set it up, it's one of the most straightforwardest devices to use, guys. I really like the iPhones. I really like the whole iOS operating system. It's so straightforward. It's so simple to use, and I don't know. I'm becoming an iOS fanboy right now at this point. Um, I don't really listen to music on my phone. Of course, I don't take pictures. Um, uh, Whenever I do listen to music on my phone, I use XM or I use Pandora, or Apple Music or Amazon, whatever I feel like listening to at that month, at the time. And I have speakers at home, and those are just apps. But even if I did want to put music on it, uh, I do have I have a 128 gigabyte model, so I don't have anything to worry about that. And I've only used like 10 or 11 gigs, so a 32 gig actually would have been perfect for me, but they were out of stock of that, so I just got the 128. Said, hey, dude, this is what I'm gonna work with. So, and also iOS, like I said, since it doesn't have all that bloatware and extra stuff, and it's pretty much the same out of the box. There's only about 4 or 5 gigs used for iOS. There's not really much space used. So if you get like a 32 gig, about 26, 27 gigs is available to you. So that is another big plus for Apple. So there are some things I don't like about Apple. We'll talk about that probably in another video when I talk about what I like about Android versus iOS, and then I'll talk about then I'll start talking a little bit about manufacturers. And I'm also going to make a video, guys, showing you a little trick with an iPhone 8 Plus or newer. It won't work. It will not work on the iPhone 10. I'm still looking into it, but for the most part, I know it will work on the 8 Plus and earlier. I use it on my SE all the time. It's a little surprise. So, but yeah, this has just been my little click on what I like about iOS versus Android, and why I choose iOS and why I recommend iOS. So, if this was helpful, informative in any way, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all the other good stuff down below, and I appreciate it. I will catch you guys on the next one. This is Q from Tech Rants.
Stop recording. Back. Stop recording.